to get comfortable with winning.
Yep.
They need to be comfortable with getting deep in the tournaments.
Yep.
And they should be doing everything they can right here.
Okay, Abyss, good on defense. Heretics on attack. Deadlock, Cypher on defense here should be pretty good.
It's got to be a good game, right?
A wall middle.
Well, let's find out here. Composition-wise,
floor middle.
A question mark
and then
for
they have
sure,
a trap in case you jump across, because you would make
Heretics
sound.
on the attack and FUT on the defense, I guess, in a very early skirmish.
Okay.
Boo just backhanding too. I don't know where FUT were off to. Well, they at least got Boo down, but still.
Okay, I mean, this is okay. We did a 3-1-1 with the Cypher watching middle and then just waiting with the Astra outside here.
Grouping up 4 versus 3. Looking to go over to that.
This is what I wanted to see. Nice little default. Everyone will be stealing this now. It's been shown.
I've seen someone post a video
just
about this
on top of this box,
you can
shoot the door, create a little bit of pressure. You have a Silver as well. Start using util to break this. The kind of defaults that I'm thinking we're going to be seeing in the future.
Big old map as well.
It's a big old map, and I don't think these guys know how to let go of shift right now. So here we go.
Oh, that was nice.
Good catch.
Little crunch. Catches at a captain.
Yeah, and we're just going to play heavy off the plant. Yeah, and we're about to see why I'm talking about wanting Sage so much on this map. Because Heretics would do well to lose this one.
They're doing. And Team Heretics, great at the style. Sunset's their best map, and you basically have the same approach there.
Yeah, they watched the same one YouTube video I did. Fantastic. We're in agreement. But Mr. Fallen and Yeta J, is really hard to break that back line, especially from this sort of position. Let's see if they can do any sort of damage, though. Jens just waiting to see if anyone dares to make the cross. Obviously, Yeta J now going to push forward. Does isolate a fight. Nice shot from Wu in response. And they have so many bodies
here. Yeah, and you kind of got to get the kills before you tap the spike here, because it's going to spam you through the wall. And it's a nice round from Heretics. 1-0.
Those first 2 opening kills from Boo were
on in the corner as well,
because he slipped through the gap here, turns around. He should be dead to rights, completely just handled.
I like that though. I like the flash into the satchel onto the box there.
FUT, they're the ones that pick this map. I don't know if they have something kind of like up their sleeves or if they're just going for these tournament reps. Let's play an actual official game instead of just a practice game on this map and get it, you know, a rep under our belts. Show that we're okay to play it.
Yeah, same default for Heretics. Astra holding a camera behind the box over towards middle to see if anyone pushes.
It is going to be just getting those reps in, showing some comfort here, so when it gets to those vetoes in Seoul, that they have a little bit more backing to them. But that's captain. Nice try.
Yeah, this is a good sign as well, though, for FUT. Trying to do what the Heretics are doing on defense, push over towards here. Also a good sign from Heretics, knowing that most likely teams are going to try and push here on defense because of just the way the barriers are. So they have the camera early for it.
Team Heretics looking to keep all these players alive. No damage taken to their shields yet. And FUT looking to peel away from A, going to take that gamble sack on the wrong site. Team Heretics going to get in for free, most likely get that spike planted.
Yeah, this is cool.
And have a healthy lead.
Liking what I'm seeing though from both teams. Looks like we might have two teams with good understandings.
Completely other side of the map, and it is a long rotate. Away they go.
Abyss attack sided.
No sheriffs, no ghosts, no nothing.
That's where I view it, but
if they could do some damage, cool. But
maybe comp-wise, there's a little bit of flexibility.
Like Astra,
I think anyone falls off the map.
There's a lot of difficulty with trying to take any of that space back in a meaningful way.
Breach, maybe, but
as it stands.
What are the feelings someone's gonna fall off the map on this round?
Yeah, Astra sucked maybe as well. But
yeah, imagine it's seen out of all people as well as Jet. That's just like, how does that even happen? But Woot going in, he's one off his ultimate. He wants to get it. Whether
the Heretics comp kind of wrecks the FUT comp.
You thought he could have had another there as well. Crack's gonna take down Woot. And as long as they keep 3 standing, they'll be happy enough, Cracks.
Because I think like the info that they're gonna get is too late, right? You got double blockers of Cypher and Deadlock. But by the time you've broken it and beaten all the stuff, I'm not even sure if you've delayed enough time to actually be able to stop the plant. And then like this, you look at this comp, as soon as Heretics get the spike down, they win.
The Deadlock is going to be interesting here because Team Heretics
they just got so much delay.
but they could also take the map control in really small sections and then contact around, just do these slow walking maneuvers, and that's going to be a really good way to avoid all the traps from the deadlock. We might see a very long, drawn-out game here from both teams. The way that they're playing so far has been very slow.
This is a great default, though, over towards middle. Camera, see if anyone pushes, jumps on here, breaks the door again. And the only thing we changed up is the raise weighing out towards A for push. Sorry, B.
So these actually play out a little bit closer to the normal.
Can coach talk in agent select? Yeah.
So yeah, it will be kind of slow and steady.
You still have like 2-3 minutes where you can look at opponent's comp and talk about what you want to be doing.
Pretty well up against Mr. Fallen, at the very least, giving them options later into the round. So let's see what Heretics do now. Showing a little bit of something towards A, trying to keep some attention towards it, but it is this pivot that we're witnessing, and a one-way invested for our captain. Still could get snuck up on here, so he does have to keep a little bit more of a safe angle. Falls away. And he's feeling the pressure coming towards his side now.
Okay, let's see if we get our first example of plant down, you win. Bro, this pathing is wrecking them. Yeah, you cannot play this bit of the map at the moment. You're going to have someone in heaven stopping this.
Showing some real diligence here, so the plant should be on the way. I think denied on the first attempt there. Yep.
Yeah, this can be spammed. So do they feel like they have to go for another plant?
Yeah. I feel like that spike now in the safer position won't be hindered. So we're looking at any sort of play back through. Miniboo already going to hinder those first couple of steps tried to be taken. Dizzy sent up. They're going to try and go off the back of this one, but Woot's ult going to come in, catch two of them, but they try and swing. It's Cracks to save them.
Yeah, Cracks really saves them.
And now down to a 3v3 in the post plant. Keep your eyes on the position and keep in mind you have Rienz and you have Boo. Astra and Breach here. Woot has to be
watch
the
Boo win this round.
Guy at this point. Keep contact, but he goes down.
Well, give him a 1v3. I reckon he wins though.
Now we're looking at the utility. Now we're looking at what they've got for this plant position. What do they have to pressure this?
Smart.
First tap, second go wingman. Now, gun out, holding, off angle found. Joe, that's
just okay, they handled it well though.
From FUT.
Yeah, I like the tap before the Astra suck here. That was really cool. They tapped before they put the wingman in, bait out the Astra suck so they can actually duel in. That was smart.
Count in your head. 2 seconds at least, maybe even 3 before you do the gravity well.
Yeah. No, that went a lot better, man. I didn't think they were going to do the tap before the wingman. It was cool. A really good round from Cracks.
Could have been the difference maker there, but still a valiant effort from
He bailed him out with a lot of duels as well.
Thrash did not get the round, but did a decent amount of damage there.
Ooh, yeah, he could have waited a little bit, but
only a couple players
he still would have had to have killed wingman.
Approach now. So it looks like a far more clear-cut affair towards that B site, but you can see the adjustment of utility. Mr. Fallen traditionally had been applying that towards middle, trying to kind of, I guess, solidify that hold.
Boo brings out the Odin as well, and this is the scary thing. So you're gonna watch them plant in this corner. Okay, and then Boo can go to an angle over towards stairs where he can spam the spike, but they can't spam him back because of the angles. So this is a done round.
Deeper post plant now. Able to kind of divide this map into a far more manageable piece, but still, this could be big from Cracks, but they need value from it. It can't just be to clear sight.
At the moment, he's like 2 straight on, so they could spam him back.
May have caught Miniboo there. Yeah, absolutely. Out of captain. You want to go for this?
Yeah,
he needs some
Astra
help if he wants
fast.
to. Hold
Oh, wait, they had a molly on this. They still haven't had to use the Astra suck.
He's gonna jump across.
He has to.
Yeah,
at some point.
We're about to see how bad the map is.
And now the tap on the spike, no one's fully responding. He's
always the B side, man.
They still need to try and clear this back line.
There we go.
Spam, they've already got it worked out. Boo's there to deny. Heretics look in control.
When you go that hard in nerding out, finding all the little tricks.
Yeah, and that round right there is why I'm saying that Sage is a must on this. People that watch my stream, I'm always saying what's the most important agent on this map? It's Sage, because when this happens, you gotta have that wall that goes all the way across. Otherwise, you're just gonna lose.
We're talking about kind of peacocking a veto.
We ran into Benji's trip.
Wait, that was what actually... Yeah,
that's what it was. I'm like, there's no sofa. Like, what happened there? But yeah.
They would spam that wall fast.
Yeah,
you can at least spam them back.
Down to Sheriffs. And a mid walk actually, so I'll pause my.
You should be able to distract enough. Oh, I like this. This is cool from FUT as well, though. Again, barriers are far back, so you actually beat them on middle, on the floor over towards here, on defense. So stuff like this really makes it weird for the attackers. This is probably why Yoru's so good as well, because you can be over towards this area. Two shots.
Cracks with another. Heretics starting to rein this back in, but it's a 3v3. Miniboo still down low, and FUT doing serious work here.
Two alive, spike recovered, a minute still on the clock. CNED with that Vandal. Low HP though, might give that to someone else. He is right next to Yetterjay, and Yetterjay...
Yeah, Boo's the only one with HP.
Doing a really good job with those big weapons. Spotted. Mini Boo down to 5 HP as well. That's one classic shot, can take him out. Right now, both teams kind of resetting, getting into way different positions than they started out. A very big pace change at the start from FUT. They've been playing very slow.
30 seconds left. It was nice to see them kind of...
Why are they going middle? I want to protect the gun.
Again, you were on Sheriff, you might as well try and make something happen.
Yesterday when they were against Fnatic and they were doing these speed ups, it didn't make sense when they were in control of the game, but right now they don't have that control. Beautiful opening. Now they just need to be able to close it out. That spike is going to be planted.
10 seconds
Players are so far away from FUT. So much time is going to go from the clock before they're able to get close. And they're also split up.
Mini Boo gets in a pretty good position.
I mean, the flank could be so valuable, but it's going to take
this flank is going to take a long time. A long time. So they were so far away from all of these positions that they kind of got to walk in and check everywhere where they could be. So normally if you're running and you know where they are, it takes 13 to 14 seconds to get from here to here, like all the way from spawn.
That's all you needed.
On top of having to work out where everyone is, it takes a lot longer.
Speaking of drawn in, taken away from at least the tap on the spike, and time is ticking here. Does not expect the flank, but still finds him.
Yeah, and that's very nicely done from Heretics. Got a lot to Boo on this one.
That could have fallen apart.
That got close.
I got real close, yeah. This guy's spawn could potentially win it.
I do wonder how Mr. Fallen's going to use his deadlock.
His insane bonus? Yeah, it is cool. The push over towards middle is what you're going to see. It's a more common thing on defense. It's sick though.
He's got his op up now, so we're going to look to him to see if he's able to take out some deep lines. Right now, Team Heretics doing a pretty 50-50 split between A site and B site, and it's hard to get
Heretics now on the big buy round, absolutely sending this over towards her.
They're doing it together. They're always 4 or 5 men grouped up.
See, on the other side of the map, and it doesn't look slow by any means, but Heretics have shown this kind of early start before and then peeled away. This time they're committing straight on the fight. Mini Boo finding out a captain, quick trade for Mr. Fallen.
Like this, man. The satchel on the right, you land fast, so you're pretty accurate. Then mates can get through the choke point. They got some good stuff with the raise.
But Mr. Fallen taking a fair amount of damage. Heretics this time staying a little bit more posted on the site, or at least one player is, which is Rien's. That's a dirty little angle. Tricky to aim up there, and Yetterjay catching him. Don't know if that was the right choice, and the hack going to be invested. You can see Heretics now trying to be proactive in this. They still know about the player up there, but where are the rest?
What a nightmare, man.
Heretics just spinning on a dime, finding everyone trying to flood back in, and that's going to be a save for CNED. He wants to keep that operator up.
Too hard about delay on sites, I think.
Oh, good, thank you. Yeah,
he can float. He had an updraft. We're good.
Hopefully. How are you finding the map so far?
It's funny. It's like DE rats sometimes. The average is so tiny.
Yeah, that's kind of true. But we were kind of discussing this, right? This whole like kind of showing willingness to play maps you aren't necessarily like known for to an extent. You know, you talked about the last series we saw FUT in up against Fnatic, for example, like that Haven coming out, and things like this. But both sides
this
showing
is sick, man. This is really cool.
To play this is quite curious because FUT are the ones who picked this, right? This is their choice, and Heretics have come out and gone, yeah, we're ready. We've got a good idea.
Yeah, showing that they're ready on this map is very important, but also they need to do this. They need to.
They gotta go proactive, I think. They've kind of learned. So if you think of what's happening now with FUT, yeah, just learning that, well, if the spike goes down, we're wrecked. So we now gotta play a map where it takes 14 seconds to get to one side to the other, and try and stop them from planning. So they're gonna start pushing mid way more. I like the op. The op's good. You could also just set CNED up early, just one person over towards here, get info in middle with the Cypher camera, stack 4 on the others. But the issue is, I think that maybe CNED needs like some kind of Cypher trip or something to help him out as well, so you can't delay too much.
A little bit let down by yesterday, but obviously the map pool for Team Heretics.
What team do you think have showed to play Abyss well from what I've seen? DRX and Heretics.
Can we get like an orchestra music put over this? You know what I mean?
I think we'll see Abyss in America's playoffs. Yeah, there's got to be some teams.
Maybe not. But maybe
in Turkish instead of Italian.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you.
Well, this is gonna be a tricky round. But I do feel like this map does lend itself
Yeah,
towards
I
the
mean, this
operator
is
at
similar
least
to what I
if
was
you
saying,
gap
right?
off
You
to
would
the
want to
right
set up
side,
Jet
which is a
early,
bit
you
of a
got
coin
trips that
flip,
he can fall
considering
back.
how Heretics have been
They have
playing.
double
But
sentinel,
I would have
though. They
preferred them
can.
to maybe go
They
aggro
absolutely
and set him
can.
up over towards
And
A
this
or something
time,
like that.
it
But
is the right place. The only man with the weapon here.
they
Everyone
just
else
get
is
in the
sheriffs
corner and
light
insta
armor.
breach
It's not
short and wreck
a
him.
complete lackluster investment, but he's got to find so much reward from this. Here we go. Flash turn his back in. He couldn't get the shot he wanted.
It's hard,
And
bro.
now
It's
he's in
hard to
trouble.
watch.
He
Oh, he
couldn't break
dodged
it
the
up.
facial.
Oh, belter of a shot. Miniboot got
Oh,
down.
nice
Seen
trip.
it. Rolling it back, trying to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah,
He
maybe
takes
this guy
down
can
two.
stop
That's
the good
best
plan.
he could achieve there. He couldn't make it out in time. But now the site is under the Heretics banner.
Okay,
The
I mean, it's
plant's coming
retakeable
in.
with this
Foot gonna
plant.
have to try and play this one back through. No
Breach
easy to pick
short.
up weapons. The ult gonna come on top here. We're gonna take that space and try and get the rest of the site in their hands.
Stabilization, the flash ready for Woot.
Okay, there it is. Nice. It's hindered the timing. It set him up
Yeah,
so well.
Kind of felt like a distraction as well. Dude,
Wu
Wu uses his ult into this round. He's 4
It's not the
on the
case.
way.
You know, a part of me was hoping that Team Heretics was able to get off the site after they got that plant. I thought this was going to be a lineup double kill for
Yeah,
CNET there.
it
It
felt
looked
like it.
very close on our X-ray. That a second target was right behind. Must have missed them by a millimeter. But we're looking at the Rolling Thunder there, and I'm like, please get off the site, let them go for the defuse, and then just boop them off, you know? I've seen this before. Lucio, if you
they get it so many rounds, man.
No, I play games.
Can't
for
hold a
adults.
sight against this hit. I mean, when they have ults, you're a little bit wrecked, yeah.
Cartoon graphics looking real nice.
Did they
right
just
now,
go
though.
for the
That's
Astro
gonna be
Wall
the opposite.
again?
We've already seen the Heretics have a couple
Yeah.
of plays in
Okay,
mind.
so
but this
FUT have
looks
to
quite similar to
stop
an
the
extent
plan.
here coming in. Now, does FUT recognize this and want to try and
Mr.
deal with it
Fallen
in any
could
sort of way?
randomly
They're
ult.
pretty close to the divide. They're not
Good
giving up
grab
the site
net.
completely. CNET getting very curious
Fallen's
about
ult.
this. Does he just go through? It's going to be Minibu taking down Cracks. Time to swing! And he hits! CNET
Dude, this
two
trip
big
is
pickups.
wrecking
He
him.
looks comfortable until he gets put down. And just a
Where are we?
weird scrap on the site. Did Mr. Fallen get anything? I don't think so. This is just turning into deathmatch on the site. Benji's outnumbered,
Ooh.
and he doesn't have the
Okay,
balls to
nicely done
handle
from
it. Mr.
FUT. We
Fallen
had 3
our
people
captain,
here expecting them to do the
able
same
to
thing.
limit
They
all
did
that
do the same
chaos.
thing.
Considering
And
there's
that
no
trip
soap on the
kind of
map,
owned them a
there's
little
an
bit.
alarming amount of people
For
that are getting
observers,
caught
yeah,
in
it was
Cypher drift
manic.
and spam
It
pages
was
right now.
absolutely
So,
manic.
Very interesting.
The replay
You know,
should tell us a lot about
To
it.
put a spin on it, interesting.
They killed
I do like
Wingman.
that Cosmic Divide, the force that
Trip got him 2
spike plant.
kills.
It's similar to kind of coming out showers on Vine. To a
He had
degree.
good
CNET
timing
getting
through the
to
Omen
wall here,
smoke.
getting rubber banded back through that trip.
Nice on him!
Obviously, FUT winning around and Yetterjay screaming.
What is this
Every time
trap
he does it,
play?
you see that, like, emote.
Contact into Gravnet, Omen Flash. Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Quick set little swing. Didn't get what.
Oh my god, Heretics was so ready for this, bro.
And it's just traded back and
Did
forth
they had
to
the
a piece
stun
on
ready
that
to
side.
go
It
if they
feels
wanted
like
to be
Fut are getting more
aggro?
willing to fight even that
That's the first time
early
in a while they
display
called their
of
passive default with the
possession over
Cypher,
towards the A
Astra,
side
3
of the
person
map there
here.
towards A main, and they're willing to brawl on it, which is a dangerous game to play, but they're winning out everything. Yeah, they're going to take down Boo. That's the hat invested. So all of this position gets seen, gets considered.
2 versus 3. Deadlock setup here on this site. Team Heretics. They're gonna walk straight into Krax's crosshair.
He's in the right place, isn't he? And just a pixel. Just a pixel. Clearly got their work put in, and that's a
lovely round from them.
shutdown right there. Beautifully
This was
done by
even a
FUT.
nice
People
round from
proactive
Heretics, to be
now.
honest, because they
This is
had
one of those
a good
things
plan
where
for
the map is
what's
so
going to
new,
happen towards A.
teams haven't
Just
shown
felt like,
anything in
is
official
it
games right now,
Yetterjay's
so
kill
maybe
over
there's, like, a
towards
little bit of
Spawn? That was a big one.
behind-the-scenes knowledge of how teams like to
The
play
minimap? Yeah, the
practice
minimap's
games,
getting
but right
changed. It's
now,
in patch
there's
notes.
no expectations. The meta's not
Like the fact
really
that the attackers are
solidified.
top, right?
What we do see is
MDS
we're seeing a
with the
lot of
Prime.
Cypher.
Thank you so much as well
Looks
with the
like
4
we're
months,
seeing
man.
Omen
Appreciate that.
sometimes, but here we're watching Boo on Astra, so that's a little bit different. We've seen some Pacific teams running Sova, but neither of these teams are doing it. So it's very interesting to see how things are going, how teams are going to start doing the tempo, the pacing, and where they're going to fight. Are they going to be aggressive, or are they going to do passive stuff? But almost a really good catch at the start of the round there. Good combo, but
Yeah, this
many
with an
defenders.
Odin is disgusting, by the way.
And it's Mr. Fallen, the furthest man forward. He does have the support by Cracks towards the back side of the site. See the timing on the window swing and everyone else. Pixel, perfect for Mr. Fallen, and he gets away unscathed, no trade available. And Crack's even double checking behind it, see if anyone's trying to springboard forward. No. So the smoke gets invested. That's going to be highly valuable here, going to hinder approach. You got to look at the rest of the map. I'm looking towards maybe what Boo can find, but it is a rough purchase. Guardians, Marshals, and it's farming time for Mr. Fallen. CNED even going to get the Outlaw into effect. And Mr. Fallen's not giving up this site. It's just like, okay, you're going to beat me 1 by 1. Sweet, I'm coming back in. I'm going to try and get another
This has
crack.
been nice.
Steals his kill.
They're
That's heartbreaking. And CNED closes down.
doing good at getting early info,
much closer score
especially
line
over towards here,
4-6,
these angles.
That timeout worked.
Team Heretics doing a
Change with the
little bit of
minimap.
a
They're
low
just swinging
investment
it
buy
the
there.
other way
Now
around.
they have that
The
thrash.
spectators.
They're going to be on a full buy here. A little bit close to
So
Cosmic
it's
Divide. On the other
it's in
side,
line with the
CNED's been
other
sitting on those
minimaps.
Blade Storms for a while, and Cracks.
I think Raze is better than Jet on this map. I've been liking the Raze stuff that they have. I'm not saying it's better than Jet, but it looks pretty good.
Maybe round 4 or 5 this game.
There's a couple of like single
A little bit
satchels where
of
you
the map being explored.
insta land on
Seeing middle
boxes.
used for, I think,
People
a
aren't
second time
used to
this
it.
game. But right now, everything for Team Heretics has been 5A or 5B.
In the normal
and right now,
scoreline
FUT's
in one
getting ahead
half,
of
like a
that
7-5, it pretty much
Pixel line
says.
this
But
round,
again,
gonna
there'll be
be
comps
off
where
up,
it's
the
be like
previous round.
3,
So
3-9s, etc.
maybe Team Heretics
7-5 to attack is what I said at the beginning I'm kind of expecting for most comps.
They're opening and hit the other side, or maybe they start utilizing Benji as a more aggressive lurk now. There is still that concept of, there's the deadlock, using that barrier potentially to block off angles so that FUT can gamble stack a little bit more. Team Heretics may be pacing themselves to time that out before they do something, maybe needing to get a little bit more proactive now to do it instead. But again, CNED is so dangerous. If he has the economy to get an op, you don't want to walk around, try to get curious, try to find these openings, because you could get punished for that. So that's the thing that Team Heretics needs to gamble right now, weigh, and figure out, do we go contact into an op, or do we want to do our 5-man hits? Maybe Benji is split off doing a lurk, creating options for us in case we get stuffed.
Yeah, I really want to see what they actually go for here, because I think you've kind of outlined the normal responses, right? The traditional reactions to the
they make it look like their normal 3-1-1 default, but as we can see, Astra's with the group, so potential to burst over towards
here as
B.
well, so you can imagine that it's only going to be that one man towards A. That's going to be Yedajay holding this as best he can.
This is good though, I like this. This is what I thought teams would do more as a default over towards middle. Again, break the door, but this time we're having the cage. Cage blocks vision from here and here, so that you can lock in. They're actually making the Cypher look pretty good on attack. I haven't been the biggest fan of Cypher on this map, but I like that default a lot.
So the plant's in, we're in a 5v5 post-plant.
Thrash is up for both teams. Nothing else just quite yet.
Wait, do they, chat, how are they breaking this door?
Are
Are they spamming it once they get right side here?
Get into this retake.
Is that what they're doing? Because I know how they're breaking this one. I just don't know how they're breaking the other one.
There's the first.
They are. They're crossing right side and spam. It is smart. Okay, Molly for this. Then we got Official, but Official should get shot. Okay, we don't have much more util. It's going to be spamming. Oh, that. Nice. Okay, good saved on this one. Can anyone spam Wingman? Got half.
Puts him out of his misery more than anything, and Heretics are holding on to this one. We're down to just the 2 players left alive. Yedajay
Whoa!
out of captain.
Whoa! Whoa! We stole it with the smoke. Some people weren't spamming on this one. Did they think it was done or something? I'm seeing some people run away here.
Fantastic, just like
yeah, they
getting
stole
that
this.
across the edge of the circle, and Team Heretics was spamming.
I saw one guy reloading, one was running
left
away,
far
maybe
enough,
reloading
and FUT
also.
just
I'm not too sure. Shout out to Wingman for getting it half.
Gonna be, you know, hitting
give
that
him
check
that.
mark on the bingo card or whatever.
Is it double reload?
It was on Miniview right here. He was on the way down.
He thought about it. I swear he thought about it. I was like, I could have
do
left
I
you.
reset my recoil or do I let the memes flow? That was him cheering that.
The smokes were a really good hit from FUT though, right? Just normal, just one smoke to retake the actual site itself, isolate the people on the site, then a smoke on the spike itself to be able to duel in front.
Rounds here.
Yeah, you want to be doing that.
Now, it's quite fun seeing this in a practice.
He crosses
over.
Almost,
because, as said, they've probably run so many practices, so many different looks here, but they're being stalled on the way in. And a captain with a freebie pretty much.
Wait, 3 people to fight this. This should be good for.
Look at the angle. FUT getting more and more confident, playing from the site itself. There's no way
This
out
was
of that.
a great half in the end, considering how it was looking. They played this really well. They were just getting more early info over towards the sides as well, and that helped them a lot with rotating.
We didn't get to see a deadlock ultimate come into play that entire time. And I was wondering, where could it come from? And there's so many angles that you can bounce, especially in these retakes, just to open it up, maybe pull a person off the map somehow. That would be so amazing. I don't know if it's even possible, but that would be awesome. Like their team tries to like break the cocoon and he just falls. But yeah, it's interesting because the double sentinel didn't really do a whole lot.
Might become a little bit weird for FUT. They're against an Astra, so maybe they want to slow play. I bait out all the util, we'll see.
Except in those like retake situations where both teams were hitting the offensive trip and the defensive one. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, side switch in play. And it will be FUT on the attack.
Straight up mid. God. Camera spots him. Do they know about
it?
They do now, but they know that someone's close. We've got Omen flash with the jet. Hey, we distracted so much that they could walk over towards B if they want. Dude, look at the minimap.
Look how much attention
he can walk over towards A.
They respect it to an extent, right? They have to give it a look.
Yeah, I kind of like this. Create a lot of pressure here, get out. They got to deal with middle.
Oh, C-Ned. That's what curiosity gets you, Mini Boo. Trying to take back what you thought was yours. But no. And the lean on the other side, they've drawn so much reaction just to that mid-pressure.
Here comes the after plant over towards B main again. There's a chance that Omen goes around the world. We'll see how much time he has.
4 versus 5, Team Heretics.
After the spike early, get some util. Yeah, and honestly, that tap stopped Atta from going all the way around the world as well, so he's now joining here.
That's solo. Here comes Wingman for the defuse.
Yeah, can Wingman get half on this?
When you got the combination work with the utility coming in and just players
Wingman?
pull their bodies through here, already halfway
pretty good.
You got to look who's still standing. It's only Rienz. And I say only Rienz, but maybe it's more than enough. Mr. Fallen gets him in the end.
What is this map?
That got so damn close.
I liked it though. They planted. They had a smoke over towards the right side. Wingman did a good amount, create a lot of pressure. The actual retake was pretty nice.
I was thinking for a moment, Wingman's on the spike, meat shield. That is an OG tactic. But instead, Team Heretics pushed forward, almost made it work, came down to the wire, 1 versus 1. But FUT come out on top, and now that's an even trade, even split of the pistol rounds here.
I mean, this was a great pistol from them, though. This pressure over towards middle, go back.
Now it's been 6 rounds.
They created so much pressure.
It feels like a bit of a drought, so it can feel pretty oppressive to play against this.
Pretty much pulled everyone off the A site.
Classics this round that you, more often than not, will lose this second round. This could get it towards 8 on the board pretty quickly. And then that bonus gets scarier and scarier because you know that you can't let that slip.
What the hell?
Middle control.
Dude, FUT use a lot of util for here at the moment. I don't think I've ever seen anyone play here in the games.
They've used it on round 1, round 2 now. Wouldn't be surprised if they
keep
continuing doing it, considering it's
making mid look useful, just going for a double default, really.
Shooting range, why not go for these duels? You have the individual skill. This plays directly into your skill set.
And if you look at what Heretics are trying to do, it's a stack, right?
That's what you do in.
Fully commit to this now. They did
That's
have
what
a
you do
little bit
in
of presence
ranked
towards
respect.
mid, but not much. And it is only Mr. Fallen testing the waters here. Now they're keeping themselves concealed, but the second this breaks, it could be
my goodness.
Oh, this is ambitious.
Yeah, he gets out of there though. Here's some numbers.
He's pretty safe here, actually. He's managed to keep himself.
They did it the opposite way to what most teams will do, where you're prodding with one gun, but didn't get punished for it, so it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, that's Team Heretics' playbook, right? Do the stacks on the defense, hope they come to you, because what are you going to do if you're holding 2 people with classics against CNED running in at you? So, looking to get kind of a consolation prize here, but Boo's not getting one.
No, and it's hard to gap close on this map. There's long lines of sight. You don't get all that many opportunities. Okay, a classic's fine. Classics are very strong, apparently, at range sometimes.
Yeah, don't use the frenzy there.
Don't use the frenzy. Boast found out. Oh, there we go. No more fun for you.
We're going to keep an eye on Asta, because Asta's going to want to get this gun.
To the spike, really. So,
we don't lose anything in terms of guns. Pretty good.
He loves those.
Wait, but
outside of that, though, good look so far from FUT. They continue
getting flamed again? What did you say?
They can suffer a loss in the form of Mr. Fallen. No sweat there. And now he gets the bonus. This now gets to the crunch time, though, Josh, because this is where that run of rounds, it doesn't feel so bad, starts to become a real issue if they can't break through with one.
Team Heretics needs to put a stop to the FUT shenanigans right now, right? FUT, let's see if they're going to go into middle again here. Team Heretics need to figure out what kind of the game plan is for FUT. And a lot of it really revolves around CNET going around.
A lot of it at the moment has been a lot of middle, but this could be one of these plans where, and we used to do this all the time in Liquid, where like first, second, maybe even bonus rounds, you would do something that you're not going to do much on the map. So they think that you're actually going to be doing it later on, like a lot of mid-pressure, but then they don't do too much mid-pressure. But doing the similar, if not the same default as
we're walking as
Heretics,
the teams are really, even, you know, the desk was highlighting it. Was like,
Age over towards here, break at the door, so it covers both visions, then you can get over towards here, create a question mark in this area.
People are going to look like. So
Very
it's purely
nice.
learning on the job, pretty much.
Who did I get raided by? You Raiders.
First place.
Let's pick him. Thank you so much, dude. Hope your stream is good.
No one else. It was just.
I appreciate
CNET.
that. Thank you.
I don't know what the game plan there was for him. Maybe there was more to it that I didn't see, but.
I think it's just to create chaos and get into the back lines and disrupt that rotation.
I hope your raid was good. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll see how the Raiders behave.
Miniboo on the defense here.
Okay, the Dizzy actually did find him. And then, it wasn't pretty, but he's caused a fall in. Benji's now hit that rotation. He's fine. They've taken them down to just 2 players. That plant's not going to be easy either. They're having to clear through this site. There's so many of those little trips and wires in the way. They're going to have to try and make their way through. And it's hard to carve out some safety. Opting just for that smoke towards the stair side of Link.
30 seconds left.
Site is clear. Heretics giving them enough respect that they don't want to make any risks.
Heretics
They
are like
need this round. This is
almost pinging where they should be spamming here.
for the safe plant and hoping that maybe Yedajay can cause some problems on the cross, but this is a really difficult position in a 2v5.
Boo is so far away, but he needs to get there before the rest of the team goes in.
Okay, so they still haven't noted where Adacaptain is. They might have heard that TP, but that's it. Yedajay can't quite see above that cage either. And already Adacaptain. Oh my God, Yedajay! He knows where the other player behind him is. Can't make it
Yeah,
further.
still did okay damage though.
Space up towards top.
Still did a little bit of damage, yeah.
3 standing for Heretics. They make it past the checkpoint. They'll take that at this point.
It's a good start. Getting your foot in the door for this defense side. 3 alive, that's going to keep your economy up. Losing more than that would have been detrimental. Good find over here. Mr. Fallen needs to scale closer to the boxes so he doesn't get caught by that headshot angle again. I'm sure that's something that they've figured out. Yedajay in the end there. 2 great shots with that outlaw, but as soon as
observer hell right now
Boo hits
with
that
this
trip
map.
on that flank,
Yeah,
Yedajay felt a
especially
little
when all
pressured,
the
that he didn't have enough
especially
time
when they
to
have to get
reload the
onto the
outlaw,
sides.
deal with that flank. So he jumped out with his classic, trying to catch a timing on that ledge.
Must be down to a big round here, right? Yes, we are. Okay, we're going faster over to.
Big opening.
Oh.
Yeah, that's huge. Benji's going to be gutted with that. Felt like the round had barely
Yeah,
started.
but he wasn't used to the
They have
timing
now-
here because of the
they have to
TP.
respect that that kill even happened. They can't now pull bodies away from middle. They have to keep a little bit of a track on this.
This is sick. We punished his default already, right? The fact that he goes out here with the cage and then does the camera.
3 players
That's
though,
fast
on
from
the other
FUT.
side trying to keep control of this one. Yedajay's close. Any trap off the back, any kills to be had, and that's not bad, but it's only a trade. They could have probably done more, and Crack's denying everything. The connection on Wu is ridiculous. And now Heretics are just down to 2. Miniboo and Boo left scrambling. Split. The site looking vulnerable. This has to be a massive bailout from Miniboo. Great shot on the first. Gets to fall away. This is what they needed. Making it more manageable. Making it almost feasible. And keep in mind, Boo's not on the site yet. He's still further away.
This is really good, man. I guess a big buy round that makes sure that they have to eco with this, and we're out here punishing a default already.
And the
Just
deadlock util
learning on the go.
This is hard to witness. Has to try and slip around the net a bit here.
Really cool from Atta.
Maybe
Nice
someone
TP.
out of place, but they're not giving him any sort of play.
But he is 1 off of his Cosmic Divide. If he's able to find even 1 person there, but he's going to smoke and get away. He understands his life is way more valuable right now. He can drop a weapon to
We're
one of
seeing
his
a lot
teammates
of
next
like
round.
similar macro stuff as well.
They can purchase
Just
their
like
own
over
weapons.
towards
Miniboo,
here, wanting
Rians,
to
they need
get this plant,
handout.
play
They
off
need
site.
something.
It all same default as well.
They need something. But this is is like the 3rd, maybe even 4th. Yeah, we've seen this opening from Adacaptain. Teleport up onto those stairs, look for that mid fight. CNET sometimes going up there as well. Yedajay, obviously, we've seen the Cypher on the first half. It was Benji Fishy going up, placing those cages, trying to deny that camera. But big brawls happening over at middle. And again, this plays so well into FUT's playstyle. Look for those opening kills.
On mids.
Well, they figured it out now.
Don't get caught by it again.
There you go. There's your lesson learned.
Did that stop him?
Once,
Did he do his
shame
camera
on you.
first, maybe? Okay, different camera, more passive camera, spots here. You can get it to its spots door. Right, you can get it to its spots like here and here.
Now it's going to be Rien suffering, though, on that Sheriff.
So I like this. They got a backup play over towards middle, more passive camera.
This is brave. They're still
Once
trying
they
to
start getting on towards middle.
scrap for that A main control. Make sure that FUT use a little bit of util on the way back in. But Yeta J again, they're going to be conditioned to have
he's
to worry
walking
about
mid with
this
an
here.
outlaw. A cool camera. Far back here to get info.
Keep full eyes on this.
High-low setup.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
Thrash ready.
How long do they hold this? I mean, maybe. Oh, with the ult.
3 people though.
Actually, pretty well handled. Yeah, this
Heretics
is fine.
were
They
in
held
for
that
this.
perfectly.
Caution here.
Don't even think that Thrash is going to be recovered, but Yeta J already up through middle, creating
Yeah, but
that
the camera's
option
going to
path
spot him in a
for his
sec.
teammate CNED.
Pretty sure he just saw it, but
Loves that area. Okay, that's deadlock,
there we
actually.
go.
Can't believe you
Placing a
lied.
trap there. Yeah, well, I was looking at the
Oh, you'd
far
hate
right
to be
screen
these
that
players on B. What a lovely reaction. They
But the win
spawn
on the
numbers over
extremity,
towards
right?
middle. They
Heretics
push
take down
out
Adam
here.
Captain, so they could shift
Benji.
towards that side, but he was just caught in no man's land. Maybe not expecting the pace of this. Oh,
What a whip.
CNED, that's sharp.
Yeah,
that was
solid
real
from
quick.
CNED.
Boo just gets deleted.
30
And now they've won
seconds
back out, right? All that space that maybe Benji could have had
Well,
is free
that's the
real
plan.
estate.
It's done.
So they get to sit in a really comfy post plant, play off the site, don't need to overextend. And you look at the util that we've got left for Heretics. A little
Maybe
bit of
Wingman
Rien,
can
sure. A little bit of something for Wu.
squeeze-
So they could get
squeeze a
some
defuse
pressure,
in.
but you're hoping that something just blindly works out, and that
Well.
might
Can we
be
get
the
to see
job. There we go.
Let's do
Maybe get someone off the map for me. Crack's gonna find Wu. It's gonna be
Oh,
drained out.
that's a heavy
Rienz is
commit.
there, and it's all
Whoa,
going
whoa,
over
whoa, hold up.
topsy-turvy.
26
Crack's down
HP.
at
Oh, they
1v2.
messed up.
26 HP. Another tap on the spike. He has to respond to this at some point. He has to take the risk. He has to take the
Damn,
swing.
that
and he
should
loses.
never
Mini Boo
ever be happening.
puts him
Mr.
down,
Fallon kind of
and
full
they do
committed
retake
instead
the
of
side.
maybe
They
a
do
jump ult that you
recover
could
this
do
time.
here.
That whip around that CNED got onto View on that
Yeah,
side.
I don't know. I
thought
think they
right at
really
that
messed up
moment,
in the
that's
after
it.
plant.
He's
I mean, shout out
gone.
to Heretics. They reacted well as well and from the mid push, but
He had the Cosmic Divide. That would have been like the difference maker in that retake. And somehow Team Heretics pulls through. Remember,
there's an angle
had
they
a
could
Sheriff
see
in
my
the
head. I
crowd.
don't know.
The rest of his teammates, insane. Rienz was the only one with a Sheriff. Everyone else had a Vandal because they
Like a
saved that
3-second
defense
wait
round,
on
right? So, I mean, pulling out that round is a huge
Actual build up
task
of the
for,
replay.
Team Heretics. They managed to make it work. They have the Showstopper, 3 ultimates in total for the side of Team Heretics. And right now, FUT, they have Bladestorm, but their economy is kind of, you know, taking a big hit from there. One more round for Team Heretics can really set them onto the path towards victory right now on Team FUT's map pick.
Yeah, it's game back on this
The
round.
delay.
and
I mean,
it's
they
gonna
did
be
really good of
really
just tapping the
tough
spike
to
so early,
make it
right? They
work.
got the
You've gotta
mosh
keep
pit
in mind
out, they got the
money.
all out
Got a
early, and they
new
were in
confidence
angles to
being
punish the actual
Okay, what's he
peaks.
saying? You
I
go.
don't
You also
know.
got to remember
I
that
love
the
it. I
Heretics,
just
like
wanna
they've been the
watch it.
ones that are
Like, the
spamming the
difference
B hits as
between you
well,
get,
so they're
like,
probably
occasionally Neil's, like, being like,
been
yeah,
talking
you know,
of how they want to
kind
handle
of, like,
the people that play off
disappointed
site.
dad over in NA with Cloud9, and then you get like on the other side.
I like
the
the
FUT,
heavy,
just, like, full
I'll circle it in a
performance.
sec.
Outstanding.
I like the
But
heavy
you're
prioritize
right,
one
it's
pause.
going to be a big round, considering both economies aren't fully
Heavy
stable. We're
prioritize
still going to see a
like
Guardian
on
here
the
or there.
top
We're
of
still going to
here,
see some light armor
which I
as
think
well.
is
On
obviously
the other
good
side,
because you're always going to
you
get
got,
anyone
CNED's got
early that
blades on at least,
repeaks
but
this.
Bulldogs coming into play, little bits and pieces missing here and there. So this is the one to make it count. This can either tie up the game 9 apiece, or maybe then FUT takes that next step. Knives are out.
Fully postured.
Money's
towards
really
B as
low,
well.
so this is a
Pace
great
change. Usually
timeout.
it's been through
Gonna want to
middle.
see all of these ults.
Now out of Captain.
Heretics
Dumping
can
both of his smokes early.
definitely retake
this has to be
heavier
the
with
go
this
then,
Astra
CNED.
ult, but you're gonna have to see him
Careful
play
to
on
not get caught
site,
out
maybe
of
something they're not used to doing.
Captain.
Oh my.
Benji just coming back into that spot.
Yeah,
at the
nicely done
very
from
end of
Benji though,
that
just
TP.
waited for it.
And CNED wants to take all that space back. Mr. Fallen is the one to find it.
This is a
Maybe
strong
just a shot
pulse.
in the dark and it works out. But they'll take that. That gives them a plant and the post plant with all that util that they can now
Yeah, and you see,
invest towards
automatically they
strengthening
wanted to
Playing on the site
run
is
back,
FUT.
but they
realize
got
that Cosmic
someone
Divide is
called
out, but
Astra
the
ult.
Thrash, the throw
So
showstopper,
it's
those
just
are gonna
3
be
people running off site. Yeah.
tremendous to retake the site if FUT play in this far.
Let's see. First contact really made his Rienz. That's the first body that they've seen. There's the first investment. There's the divide. Here is all that util, and here's Mini Boo clearing house. Rienz
nice.
gonna find CNED.
Astra
And Mr.
ult as well.
Fallen
This is really cool.
surrounded.
This is a great
Heretics
retake on this one.
in
Just a great setup as well.
form here.
Just
Didn't even,
Clean on the
all one
retakes,
info
Josh.
over towards
didn't even
here.
have to use that showstopper. Miniboo going in. Thrash detains one in the corner. Miniboo doesn't even budge.
Fish got both. Now the Fish got the guy close right.
Switches over to the one that
Minibu did good to just win the first duel on the guy that didn't get detained.
This other player, but right here, Ada Captain must be so kind of upset by that. Someone's on the rafters, able to come back into the smoke and kill me just as I form. Oof.
3 ults? No, they only use 2, right? Or unless you're just counting all of the ults.
Kind of
they save Razor.
Right? Yep. When you looked at the start of the year, when you talk about the likes of Heretics especially, it was those retakes that made them special. Same with Carmine Core to an extent. When they were in that real peak form, those retakes always look so good for them. And seeing glimpses of that here is a fantastic reminder of how good this team can look. But we're at 9 apiece. It hasn't fallen too heavily on either side. But the cracks are starting to show of FUT. They've lost a little bit of that steam now. Who's going to start tilting this away in their favor?
Heretics definitely in a position to. CNED, that hero Vandal. Ada Captain leading the pack, though. Up through middle.
Yeah, this was working for them, too. For a couple of rounds, they were punishing
You got a
Benji.
really good setup,
He was on the receiving end.
Look at Heretics with this guy baiting. And then Breach can just shoot him in the side. Unless they dash past the choke point. Whoa! Fucked him out of the air on this.
Look at how this scrap then goes. It's going to be an absolute cluster over here. So far, Heretics coming out on top. 3 to the 2 players. Mr. Fallen's got himself a rifle, though.
Honestly, this was well played from both teams here. Why do Heretics, the amount of times they have a really good setup for what FUT are going to do, it's incredible.
You still have the kit from Voot. You've still got so much of that util to bank on. On this angle, gonna get cleared. Woods dealt with Yedajay so quickly that Mr. Fallen is gonna have to over-deliver and then some. And he's been spotted at the back of the site so many rounds now. And I think they know where he might be. That Mosh will force him forward. He has to swing. He takes down one, but one is not enough.
So well.
Heretics, another step in the right direction.
But looking so confident up through middle there. They have a good set piece with that paranoia, with the Dizzy, Cena dashing in and capitalizing on that. But it's almost like there's a web for Team Heretics, and there are a bunch of little spiders or Benji's.
Good anti for the first time playing the map. This is what I mean. Like off the stuff that's happening, like this camera deep getting broken, they're kind of realizing that they're going to most likely be pushing it.
Backhaul, secret area.
Teams are very good at just adjusting on the fly.
It's a learning curve.
Yeah, but just
trying
not
to get there.
If we go anywhere but spiders, that'd be great.
We're talking about an abyss. I'm sure there's some spiders. No, I'm talking about like the defensive web setup though. They move on their web so quick.
I just don't know if I like it.
Let's get across.
Oh boy.
Fast pace beginnings. Oh, CNED had to be real quick to get out of there. Minibu was chomping at that one.
Nice thought. Very heavy question mark over towards here. Astra's smoke isn't big enough so you can see the side, so it's going to disrespect it.
Falling back towards this high-low setup we saw too many rounds ago. Mid pressure again, looking for that 3-2 split. Ult to maybe signify the goer, and now we get the pressure. He's going to be cleared out as Minibu. Woot now in the back
this is a sick round from FUT. This is cool. Late A take because obviously they went aggro, and actually used their cage over towards middle, block vision, actually used the fact that they've been pressuring over towards the door. Fish ult, someone with Fish ult to break the door, descended into sight, split sight. It was cool.
You think that's why they meant it?
I don't think so. You know, that's
my
my expert opinion, by the way.
Well, ignore the wall.
Just making sure.
Everything before the wall was sick.
Good defensive setup for this retake. Team Heretics going for it?
Yeah, they're pushing through. With 3 of them still standing and no real way back to the site. They're just banking on maybe Rian's hitting some worldly shots, but he's got 2, but he's going to have to find 3 more. And that clock is going to start ticking. Yeah, maybe you can find cracks, maybe you can find maybe Mr. Fallen, but the rest, no way. There's no one else going to give him a fight on this. And they know it. The time's running low. Rian's made a damn good goal, but it's not going to be enough here.
This is a 6 that strat though.
Nice try, but that scoreline ain't
watch Heretics still the strat, for sure.
Considering Team Heretics was up by a round before they went for that retake 3 versus 5, I'm shocked that they actually tried to go for it. That much time expired from the clock before they even initiated that retake. But it almost kind of worked.
It was close. Close isn't enough, but they still have a buy though. So I guess there's no harm, no foul in that regard, but still.
Still a buy, good response by FUT, realizing, hey, there's an aggressive push here towards A. Let's go back and punish it.
Don't fall off the map yet, no.
With that thrash, and FUT.
Only Team Secret to hold that record.
And it looks like Heretics reading this as maybe a mid-piece, because they've got 3 players leaning that side.
And their reads have been good. This one,
red alert here. They have already
not as much, but
that, and they've lent back towards B.
That off up for Miniboo, but not
The double
in the
kill
position.
trip on site.
Maybe for that 1v1 versus Yedij.
Okay, sights there, pressure. One court on the way over. Aren't going to be coming in, denied. Benji
Okay,
doing his
yeah,
job
they at
here.
least
Gotta
got
be
that.
careful, almost going body blocked on the
Oh,
way
seen
out,
it.
but Miniboo losing
All seen it.
the angle on
He
this.
has the timing here.
Hard to
I like the trip to
That's
sub
seen it up
wingman.
there, yeah. Plant now for the second or third time of asking, but quick clear actually. It's Miniboo instantly to take down
Okay, let's
Cena.
see if the after plan
They're
looks a little
clearing
bit
through the
better on
site
this one.
so easily.
Oh my
Now
god.
the ult.
Oh boy.
Gonna catch anyone?
The double miss of the ult. He's not having a good time with it.
Absolutely not.
Sad.
Yeah. Oh. And FUT actually playing back towards site. They're still trying to sit on this one. You've got Mr. Fallen playing back deeper, but it's going to be Cracks on site itself without a captain. And they're firing here. Back to Lord Baron, but it worked out at least for a couple of kills. But the numbers now
Sure.
so unfavorable. But out a captain trying to do everything he can. He's got a fair fight on them. He's trying to make this so difficult. He's got players above, left and right. There's no more he could have done. Defuse is going to be
Yeah,
fine.
he's so good. He's so good
And
time-wise.
Heretics keep moving forward, taking the lead now, ripping that scoreline further away.
That right there reminded me of Icebox. Just
I like this from Heretics though. Even punishing over towards middle like this, just ensures that they have so many people to rotate over.
This way, they don't really have the best way to move.
Like they're here to make sure that you can always.
Also,
Like it looks like all they care about on B is just make sure you stop them from planting here. If you can retake B as long as they don't plant
it
this
makes
bit.
it very difficult for Team Heretics to get in. If Crack's got one more kill there, completely different equation. FUT, yeah, I mean, they're down around, timeout, get CNET a gun, and try to make something work. Mid was working for them.
It was, but early it was working for them. And the thing is, since then, since those first couple
deadlock,
of rounds that FUT
yeah,
had,
I haven't really liked the deadlock stuff too
They've
much.
started to really work out these retakes. They're looking much stronger on that. They've been doing pretty much everything by the book, it feels like. Nothing too quirky, nothing too out there, but as soon as they identified that mid pressure was coming in more often than not, they've had an answer.
Team Heretics has had a good response to when FUT has all of mid and they extend through. But what FUT could do is take mid. Team Heretics doesn't want to give them the fights.
Even
so
the Sky
giving
Wall,
mid
yeah, the
space
Sky
up.
Wall.
But what that means is that FUT could actually insert one or two players into that position.
Could have been nice
go
if they went
somewhere
over
else,
towards the
A
floor
or
though.
B, 50-50,
Like
just
that whole
point,
round was
decide
sick
where to
though.
go. Put a little bit of pressure, that's going to cause a reaction from Team Heretics. Now FUT's in a position where they can actually call an audible and go to the other site, or they can use those players in middle to come in, get into the back lines, disrupt that defensive position,
Right, double guns,
and then make something happen. I want to see FUT doing something
just a
akin
low
to
buy.
that.
Man,
Just
Heretics are
using that
really
middle, but
low
not
still.
extending through with that paranoia.
FUT could really steal it if they got this round.
Love to see that evolution. But as it stands, it looks like we've got shades of what we've seen before. And Heretics should be aware of this. Oh no, a missed shot.
Oh,
Miniboo
hold up.
punished. CNED.
Yeah, this has potential.
You don't get to miss those sort of shots in that.
Here.
He's seen the follow-up, he's noted Rien, so what's the call now? It's an unrecoverable weapon as it stands. There's no way they can easily get their hands on it, but still, drawing the first blood like that is a dream come true.
So there's a gun down, so they really want that, but also it's like
See that, no
Cypher
dash.
all, and then you're over towards
Use the
middle,
middle
so you
here.
could instantly react to either
Not
site.
recovered.
Just makes sense to go middle for this gun
Yedij
here.
trying to get up, get that information. Fast react towards B is definitely possible. Only Boo
Okay,
defend.
what's the call? Go B.
Go. Got it. Yedij. Seen him much with this operator, but hell, it's a gun. It's gonna hold. At least any of the
Great
rotations.
shot, man.
Nice
He's probably
damage
dead,
done
though.
by Boo, but they still have bodies coming this way. Yedij still in a really awkward position, and he might get that backline damage you were wanting, but a missed shot, and that time it gets punished.
Oh, the missed
Flash
shot
as
might be
well.
everything. Official
That
to
online
retake.
could really secure this round if it gets too dangerous, but it'd need someone to over-deliver here. Actually, the captain gonna get himself a rifle and get out of danger.
Hey, he
This is
did good to
big.
pick this up.
Does Woot invest? Yes, he does, and they need it as well. They've got to re-clear here. Heretics have been good at this, though, clearing out the
What a
site.
shot.
Rien's again, finds CNED. Rifle falls to the next man. That's going to be Cracks.
Like a flash double swing.
Gonna do it,
Ooh.
but Ada Captain going to
Ooh.
get back on the site here.
Oh, no
Can
one
they get
heard
some
it.
Crossfire's going to get some trades. Oh,
No!
yeah, clean a kill
Oh,
them
boy.
now. Not good enough now. 3 players against
Oh,
you, and I
man.
love the idea.
Dude, there's
from
so many
FUT.
rounds that FUT are going to look back
I
and be
mean, the
like,
landing
oh, dude.
just wasn't
Surely-
there. They got
surely
the
we could've
opening they wanted.
got
They
some of these
pivoted.
kills.
They had a lurk, but I guess having an operator in that position
Yeah, and
wasn't
he delayed a
ideal
little bit of
anyway.
time to
And
pick up the
another
op, right?
clinical retake from
Here we
Heretics.
go. Benji
Doesn't
picks
matter
up the
how
up.
nice the flip looked. If you can't stick that landing at a captain, I love it. The Dizzy goes in, clears that position. He repositions into that area with that teleport. They don't even realize it. If he can convert that kill, beautiful play. But because he missed it, you know.
The round of whiffs, yeah, they've had a couple of whiffs.
And again,
It happens more on new maps, right? It's like your pre-aim, you're not as used to the angles, so
and Cosmic Divide on in play from Boo.
you just learn as you go.
FUT in such a good
And the stuff comes a bit better
through middle.
like later once you get used to it.
The
The Fiery Immortal, sorry,
There's
the
no
real
reason they don't.
Fiery Immortal with the 5 months. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, 2 chances to finish this. This was just a low buy from FUT.
Such high value.
Off on that deep B line, A line right now for Mini Boo. So dangerous for Mr.
That time it hits.
Nightmare.
That
Nightmare
time
start
we're
to the
starting
round.
See the operator sing a little cleaner, hitting those high notes, and Boo. Oh, that's a ratty.
What do you think Paper X will look like on this map? It'll be mental, mate. Just straight up sight hits, overwhelm.
Well, this is going to be. I think this is the beginning of the end.
Yeah, and tell you what, Paper X, when you have Paper X maps where you have like
Good triggers.
long rotates and an open sky, so you can just send util in, so you have a good exec. Paper X wreck those maps normally, so we'll see what they got.
Oh, it's
be
so
good.
free.
Two.
He still got 2 somehow.
Yeah, and
but
Cena's gonna have to do an
Heretics
absolute
now on the verge of
masterclass on
4v1,
this.
And Cena had already tagged up.
So that's what they mean by Caster's Curse.
That's the one. You finally saw it in full effect, and the death is
Oh.
okay. What is going on? We've had some
Hold up.
weird misses here, but Cena trying to
Okay,
shut it down.
nice shot
Not
on
gonna
this.
happen.
This was cool
Heretics
though. I liked a
closing
lot
out
from what I
that
saw.
one. Yes, a close
Deadlock,
affair.
maybe.
A
I'm
little
not fully
tense in the
convinced by it.
end, but they
I
get
think
there.
the more I watch
13 to
Cypher,
10,
I'm kind of like, hold up, Cypher's way better than I thought on this map.
in the EMEA.
Especially over towards middle. And that default middle's nice.
Debut